Well, my thoughts are that we just hung in there early. We weren't doing much offensively. We did hit a couple balls hard, but we were in a little bit of trouble getting it going against Walker. But we felt like we could wear him down a little bit. He wasn't overpowering us. Obviously, he was just spotting up, but he started losing his command. It seemed like in about the third inning, and we started getting his pitch count going a little bit, and we felt like we were going to get to him. And then obviously, to me, though, we were down 3-0. They had the base loaded, one out. Cops goes 2-0 on the hitter, and then he gets a double play ball. And, all of a sudden, we're in the dugout down 3 runs, and, I think we cut the lead in half. I think that's what went on, something along that line. But, that was just a big pitch in the game, getting that double play ball. And obviously, we felt like they were going to go with Hess off of Walker. It's kind of a totally different type fastball, as you saw. And I think he got a little tired. He came in, with almost like closer mentality, throwing the ball 95, 97 miles an hour on the board. I don't know what it was actually. Threw a couple of good breaking balls and a couple of change-ups. But we started taking better swings at him. And then obviously Heston hit the home run on a fastball that just timed him up pretty good, and he got one. And when we tied it up, we felt like we were going to win the game. We had our pitching lined up, and obviously we punched in another 8 runs and tried to save Cronin there in the ninth after we already had him pretty much loose. And I guess the good thing is he didn't have to throw it about 8 or 9 or 10 pitches. So we still have everybody available tomorrow, but it was a good win for our team to come back like that.
You mentioned the Cops when he came in. Shock also came in and missed their 3 and 4 hole. What did you think of that sequence?
I thought they both did a great job. Obviously Cobbs came in and settled it down for us. Wicklander was a little wild. He was getting behind in the count all the time. You got to throw strike one, go from there. He was a lot of 2-0 counts and having to fight back, and they were getting off some pretty good swings on him. And then Cobbs came in, like I said, and settled it in. And when he got behind in the counts, Cobbs, he just seemed like he could make a good pitch. And then Shock came in, and I thought he spotted his fastball really well. It was running, and he's got a little bit of a knack to get out left-handed hitters, and he did it again today. So, then Matt coming in a non-closing situation, but it was intense because the bases were loaded. What they did last week with the big comeback against Ole Miss, so they're over there feeling like, hey, we can do this, and it's good for Matt to come in, and I think he got him a strikeout and pop up, and I think obviously they hit a double, triple, whatever, cleared the bases, and then a weak ground ball to first, and the game was over. So good win for us.
Are you just used to getting the good and maybe the strange from Kerstad? Because it looked like you could have thrown home in the first inning.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened there. First off, he should have thrown home, but he was being told to throw the ball to second base because one of our middle infielders felt like Watson, who's one of the fastest players in the league, was running on the pitch. It was 3-2. He had a huge lead because we weren't holding him on. They didn't look again, and they felt like he was going to score, so they were telling him to throw the ball to second base. And when they came off the field, the first thing I have to do is say, did anybody tell him to throw home? And then a couple of them said, no, we thought he was going to score. We told him to throw to second. So there wasn't a whole lot I could say to that except that Heston had the ball when he hit third base, so there was a chance to throw him out the plate. But, yeah, we didn't get off to a good start. Fortunately, like I said, our guys, they just kind of hang in there and they don't panic, and they found a way to come back.
You've been close in a lot of these series, but you finally get your first series win over LSU since 2011.
Yeah, in 2011, that was the game the game McCann hit the grand slam with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth when we were down, 3, something like that, and then we went on to sweep them. And sometimes a big hit like that can change the whole series, obviously. And it feels good to win the series. We're not satisfied. We're gonna do everything we can to win tomorrow.
What was did the umpire motion Cops to come in before you were quite ready to do it, or what happened out there?
Yeah, he motioned Shock to come in, I think. Yeah, I think I figured they'd at least walk out to the mound and say, okay, which one you want, the righty or the lefty or whatever they say. But it was the second visit of the inning, and we knew that. We were going to take him out, but, he just said, we're kind of told to just go get him. That's okay. He was ready.
When Heston hit that home run, do you feel like that was maybe the turning point in the game?
Yeah, we felt like we were going to win the game. I mean, we'd come all the way back. They had stranded some runners, and we felt like that. We felt like Hess was starting to lose a little bit of his fastball. And, he's got a great one. He's going from 95, 96, 97, and 93. That's a big difference. And because we've seen a lot of that this year. So, they still have some weapons down there. And, they still have Fontenot, but they didn't bring him in. And I guess they're saving him for tomorrow.
You mentioned how different his fastball was from Walker's. I mean, do you feel like maybe that played into your hands a little bit?
I don't think so a whole lot. I think usually that's a good combo for them. It's worked. They've come with Hess off Walker the last week or two, and it's worked for them. I just think that we had enough time left in the game to maybe get his pitch count up and maybe take a little bit off that velo. And he ended up throwing 49 pitches, and I didn't even realize we got 6 outs, 2 innings.
Goodhart was over 9 before you got there.
Yeah, he's been frustrated. We kind of felt like he was going to come through, and I think it was kind of a slider, and it was kind of a up, and he hit it solid, but he hit it in the middle to the. He didn't get jammed, but he didn't hit it on the barrel either, and but he did get enough of it and got out front and hooked it. It was a really good read by Franklin on second. He read it off the bat as down, and he scored easy.
I think Cobb's had an outing last week where he struggled a little bit, but it seems like the last 2 he's.
Yeah, he struggled in an outing against Kentucky. We had to go get him, and then he came in then he had a day off. And the next time he came in, he pitched really well. So that outing that he didn't do well, that's one of the first ones lately that hasn't gone real well. So we figured he'd throw well tonight, and he did.
What's the pitching plan for tomorrow?
We'll start Connor Nolan.